Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a channel update. It's been quite a while. I remember originally wanting to do one of these back at the start of the year, just to, wish you guys a happy new year and to get you guys situated with what I expected to do for the channel over the next, 6 months or whatever. But yeah, I felt like I didn't have enough significant content to actually make a video on it, so I ended up not doing it. But now I do have significant content, or at least things to talk about. So I guess we'll just get right to them. First thing I want to talk about are the return of the Friday videos. You may or may have not have noticed that they have in fact returned. Originally, I stopped doing the Friday videos because I wanted to replace that with a Friday live stream. But pretty much as soon as I started doing the live streams, real life was just like, nope, you're not going to be able to do that. And I had originally hoped that one day I would return to them, but as it turns out, real life is like, no, you're never gonna have time for that. So I finally brought back the Friday videos. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the month on Twitter, if you're not following me on Twitter, I shall repeat it here. The Friday videos, at least for now, they're going to be supplementary content, which means that if I do have a video to release on Friday, I will be releasing it. But if I don't, then there will just not be a video for Friday. So while I will do my best to keep that up, just expect that some Fridays there will just not be a video because real life is a pain in the butt. Now, in terms of what you can expect from the Friday videos, a lot of it will probably be random gameplay videos as I've been doing so far, but you can expect once in a while for me to feature some experimental, weird, smaller Let's Dev content in the future. Now, I'm still trying to figure out the way that I'm going to format it and present it because, again, they're smaller, weirder things, so I can't necessarily do full videos on them. So I'm trying to figure out a nice, cool, fashionable way to just present them instead of just being like, there's a video of the content to have fun or whatever, And in terms of gameplay stuff, there is one thing I did want to mention that I noticed recently. Oddly enough, it was sort of inspired when I was recording the Honeycam Studio video. But yeah, I've noticed that the way that I record gameplay videos has changed since back in the day when I started doing gameplay videos. And I think really what happened is I sort of got into this mindset of trying to present a game and then do the video around that instead of just having fun. And I think that's something I want to get back to, regardless of what the game is, regardless of how good or bad it is. I think what's been missing is that special Mod Zero secret sauce, that special sauce that made my stuff unique. I think I need to get back to that, and I feel like that's something that has been lacking recently, and I hope that I can fix that in future upcoming videos. So fingers crossed we're gonna get weird with it again and we're gonna have fun, and regardless of what the content is, we're just gonna have that good old special Mod Zero sauce mixed in for some good measure. This is also a change because, to be frank, I just really don't give a damn about the way that YouTube views my channel anymore. Like when my channel kept getting struck for demonetization over the dumbest of things, I stressed about it and tried to make sure that I didn't step on any toes. But considering that YouTube kicked me out of their partner program because I didn't meet their arbitrary numbers and everything else that they've been doing since to pretty much just bury the channel anyway, it really doesn't matter how much I try to appeal to the YouTube gods. I'm just gonna have fun with it. We're aside, let's move on to some Let's Dev talk. So yeah, Let's Dev is in a weird place, and it's fitting that I just brought up that weird YouTube rant because I've noticed a decline in the interest of Let's Dev, and as easy as it would be to just put all the blame on YouTube's algorithms, which I'm sure plays a part in it. Actually, I'm sure that everything that I'm about to talk about plays a part to some degree, but it would be easy to just, put all the blame on YouTube and be like, oh, the algorithm is, and the fact that every channel is pretty much suffering that's not a viral hit. They're all suffering and I'm suffering along with them. I think it's only right that I also do some introspection and try to, look at the channel and see if I could in fact improve Let's Dev. But on the other hand, it's actually really difficult for me to sort of figure it out, and I guess I'll give you a couple of details or examples to help flesh out this confusion and this uncertainty. So granted, I've always mentioned that I have no idea why Let's Dev ever caught on in the first place, but I'm always glad that it did. But that's always proven to be a difficult path for me to follow because I don't know what path I'm actually following. I'm sort of just shooting in the dark and hoping that whatever I do is actually stuff that people want to watch. And seeing a decline has made me wonder what were the causes or what are the contributing factors to it and if there are things that I can improve on. For example, like, is it the fact that Yo-Yo Games doesn't support GameMaker Studio 1.4 anymore? Is that a thing? Is it the fact that I'm using an outdated version of GameMaker and, you know, GameMaker Studio 2 is the hot thing now? Is that a contributing factor? Is it the fact that I stick to a very, you know, similar format for every video, cultivating this culture of like watching like certain parts of it and expecting certain things to be in every video? Like, I'll give a prime example here. So I just recently released a Let's Dev for the Overwatch 2 remake, and I posed the question of possibilities of directions that we could go with that project. And I had hoped for some input from you lovely viewers, but I also realized and recognized that not everyone wants to take part. You know, they just want to watch the video, and if other people want to contribute any comments or ideas, they can, and, you know, they'll be fine with whatever happens. And I appreciate that as well. But I had posed the question just to gauge what that audience of that series was after, and whether or not they would want to see the project go one way or another. And I think it's because I put that section near the end where I think I've cultivated a habit of people just maybe either clicking out at that point or just turning their brain off and not really paying attention to what I'm saying. That maybe that got lost on a lot of viewers, and perhaps that's why I didn't get the response that I was hoping for or expecting from that video. On the other hand, on the flip side, I tried to test how people would react to different formats, and, you know, that's obviously something that I've been testing for the entire span of Let's Dev. But in particular, I was interested to see how people would react to episodes dealing with me learning how to code, you know, certain aspects of certain things or whatever. So I tried that with the Let's Learn series. Now granted, the data structures are not as interesting, but I did want to see how that format, how that subject matter would do with the current style that Let's Dev is formatted under. And for full transparency's sake, I'll tell you guys that unfortunately after like the first 1 or 2 videos, it seemed like interest started to taper off, which made me a little less confident about me finally taking the dive on Let's Dev Unity Edition, which is something I've been really thinking about starting. But after seeing how people reacted to the Let's Learn series, I'm actually very nervous about even trying to attempt that series, because I feel like after the first 2 videos, people would be like, come on, just learn how to do Unity stuff already and make games in Unity, you know? But that wouldn't really be in the spirit of Let's Dev. You know, Let's Dev has always been about the journey, not the destination. And so when all I have really is analytics to go off of and my inexperience with interpreting said analytics, it can be quite difficult to actually produce content that you guys want to see. So I really want to encourage you guys to really let me know when you guys like a series, or if you guys are tired of seeing me do GameMaker 1.4, let me know so I can maybe start saving up for GameMaker Studio 2. If you guys would be absolutely fine with a 20-part series of me learning Unity, let me know. If you guys are okay with seeing me actually learning how to code in a series, if you guys don't want to see me learn how to code in a series and that's not the direction you want to see Let's Dev go, let me know. I think the beauty of this YouTube thing and the fact that I'm a small channel means that I can actually listen to you guys, and my whole thing is wanting to make content that you guys want to see. So it doesn't have to be a one-way conversation is what I'm saying. So all I'm trying to say is if you love something, you gotta let me know so I can keep making the stuff you love. That's the best, simplest way I can put it. And speaking of Let's Dev, I almost forgot about this. It has been so damn hot recently with the summer heat. I'm gonna have to mix up the way that I do Let's Dev, at least for the next couple of weeks. So you can expect a lot of post-commentary Let's Dev content because it is too damn hot. I mean, you got the summer heat already, and then you got the fact that I gotta record in this little room that is extremely hot, and I can't have a fan on because then otherwise you get a terrible background sound. I would much prefer coding in a much cooler environment and then going back afterwards and explaining to you guys exactly what I did so we can actually progress and not waste time. Once it's not so damn hot, we'll go back to having more live commentary as well, but for now, trust me, this is for the best. But I do want to cap this all off by saying I'm not going to stop Let's Dev at any point right now. As I've said before, as long as you guys watch it, I'll make it. And again, with the Friday videos coming back, the experimental fun stuff is going to be coming at some point. So as it always is, I want to try and get better at doing this thing and in the process have some fun with it. So to sum all of this all up in a nice little box with a bow on it, Friday videos are back, kinda. The uncertainty of Let's Dev is that I want to make good content that you guys want to watch, but I kind of need y'all to tell me what you want to watch so I can actually make that. And in general, I'm here to have fun, and hopefully that's what we can accomplish in the upcoming future, in these next few months, in the next few years, hopefully, as long as I can keep doing it. Sound good to you guys? Sounds good to me. I think I've been rambling on long enough in this video, so let's wrap this up. Thank you so much to everybody who watches the videos. I don't want this channel update to sound like I am ungrateful for all of y'all who have been sticking by me and supporting the content as it is. I always 100% appreciate it, and hopefully this video didn't come off sounding like too dark, like I'm getting down on anything. Nah, I'm just trying to update y'all with the current thoughts in my head and trying to make the channel work. But I do want y'all to know that I appreciate the support, and that's why it's so important that I make the content that you guys want to see. But anyway, once again, thank you so much for watching, and until I see you guys next time, take care of yourselves.